Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this awesome 2019 Audi e-tron that we have for sale. The e-tron was a brand new product for Audi for the 2019 model year. It is their first completely all-electric vehicle. Size-wise, the e-tron is a crossover SUV, so it kind of fits right in between the Audi Q5 and the Q7. So you have one that's compact and one that's the third row. So this is kind of like the Goldilocks. So it's in between the size of the Q5 and the Q7. So it's really a great size. 2 rows of seats, beautifully appointed interior. This is a very premium product. We have the original build sheet on this one. It's a one-owner clean Carfax vehicle, only 8,218 miles. Very low mileage for 2019. Most people average about 11, 12,000 miles a year. So this is way below average, but, being 2022. And only 8,000 miles on a 19. We have the original build sheet on this one. The original MSRP was $85,790. The Prestige package is a range-topping trim package for just about any Audi product. That was a $7,000 add-on, and it bundles lots of great features. This beautiful shade of Antigua Blue Metallic was a $595 premium color. The cold weather package was $900. The upgraded 21-inch 15-spoke designed bicolor wheels was a $1,500 add-on. So there you have it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about the e-tron. So this has a motor in the front and a motor in the back. Those dual motors make this all-wheel drive, so it does great in wet, slippery weather, and it does great in the snow if you do decide to drive in the snow. Also, having 2 motors makes it pretty fast. It's like having 2 engines. So in normal driving conditions, the output's about 355 horsepower. But if you put it in sport mode, it temporarily will give you a short burst of power, and it will increase the output for short periods of time to up to 400 horsepower. And the thing with electricity, there's no pause. When you have a gas vehicle, you step on the gas, sometimes there's a pause for the engine to think, the transmission to downshift. There's no pause in electric cars. It's instant thrust. As soon as you hit that throttle, it's instantaneous. So it's definitely a different driving experience, but you'll be kind of addicted to the acceleration you get with electric cars. It is just rapid, instantaneous, and very nice. And when it comes to electric vehicles, obviously people, I think, more than ever are becoming interested in electric cars just because of our rising gas prices. There's a lot of great electric cars out there. I'd like to do a comparison test. Right now we have a pretty good selection of used electric vehicles on our lot. At the time of making this video, we have a Mustang Mach-E, and I have about 6 Teslas. Obviously Tesla is one of the biggest names in the EVs. We have a Model Y in stock as well, which would probably, and a Model X, which would be similar competitors to the e-tron. Why would you maybe consider the Audi versus the Tesla? I love Teslas, don't get me wrong. Teslas are some of my favorite cars in the world. But some criticisms, especially with the Model Y and the Model 3, they have a very sparse interior. It's very minimalistic. You just have one touchscreen like an iPad where the majority of the functionality of the vehicle is handled. There's some positives to that system and there's some negatives. I think for someone who likes the Audi product, likes the look and feel of it, I think they'll be a little bit more home at the e-tron. Going from this into a Tesla Model Y or Model 3, it's going to feel very sparse. You have this rich interior full of contrast stitching, screens and stuff like that. It's going to be very different in Tesla. So if you like your luxury cars like this, I think you might gravitate a little bit more towards the e-tron. Also, there's a little bit of a learning curve as far as the functionality goes. The e-tron is not quite as big of a leap going from a gas car to electric car. Driving the e-tron is very similar to operating a gas-powered Audi as far as functionality goes. So that's kind of some of the differences. Obviously, there's a lot more, but I don't have the time to go into it in this video. I would like to maybe have the time to do a comparison to all the electric cars we have in stock. Maybe compare the Mach-E, the Model X, the Model Y, to the e-tron if we all have them in stock. Maybe I'll get to that eventually. Beautiful leather interior, perforated seats. Nice adjustable center console. It's very comfortable. Lots of storage throughout. This is how you control the vehicle. So you have that button to put it in park. You push forward to put it in reverse. And you push back to put it in drive. So we have a screen up here. You can adjust the display. Here's your range, so 18 miles. We're gonna have to charge this when I'm done with the video. fully charged, you have a range of about 200 miles, and you have the ability to do fast charging, so you can get a full charge in about 30 to 40 minutes. Of course, you can charge it at your house, and then your house is kind of like the gas station. You come home, you plug it in, you wake up the next morning, you have a full charge. So 200 miles, you know, might not be the greatest for a long road trip, but for most people don't drive more than 100 miles a day. So with the ability to charge this at your home, you know, this is pretty much the only vehicle you need with about 200-mile range. Originally, when the Leaf first came out, that only had about a 70-mile range. So a lot of people could not rely on that as their only vehicle, but with 200-mile range and the fast charging, this makes it a lot more easier to have a vehicle like this to live with every day as your only vehicle, not having to have any other vehicles besides this one. Big panoramic roof, you have a power sunshade to dim things down, nice rimless rearview mirror with integrated compass, power adjustable steering wheel that tilts and telescopes. So you can pick and choose the different views that you have on the screens here. You also have a heads-up display. That's another thing with Teslas. There are no heads-up displays whatsoever in any Tesla product. Maybe they'll have that coming in the future, but right now you don't get it in any Tesla products if you like to have heads-up displays. This is your climate control system. It's kind of a tab-like interface. You have heated and ventilated front seats. Very straightforward. Great parking camera. Looks like we have park assist and an overhead camera, but also check this out. Look at this, you actually have a 3D view around the whole vehicle. This is a beautiful car. You don't want to scuff up those beautiful bumpers. Great for low, you know, tight parking situations in you know, urban or city environment. Really cool stuff. All right, let's keep this video rolling along. If you like music, you'll definitely appreciate the superior quality you have with the Bang & Olufsen sound system. Really cool color. You have integrated sunshades. Lots of interior space. This is a very spacious vehicle. It's bigger than a compact. I'd say it's kind of, I would classify this kind of more like a mid-size crossover. USB connectivity. You have heated seats for the rear occupants, and then you have 4-zone climate control. So the 2 passengers in the front and the 2 passengers in the back, well, the driver and the front passenger and the 2 passengers in the back, they each have their own climate setting. And you can see this looks very similar to, you know, Audi's regular gas-powered products. Audi makes some absolutely beautiful vehicles. So it's not a bad thing to have that look kind of like their Audi products. And when Audi was developing the E-Tron, they didn't want to make a big drastic leap as far as functionality and looks go. They wanted to make an electric vehicle that's a little bit easier for current Audi owners to, you know, to trade up to or move up to. Sometimes people have a, you know, some electric vehicles like the Teslas, again, you know, it can be kind of a little bit more intimidating or too big of a leap for a lot of people. So I think for a lot of people, Audi's strategy of kind of having something a little bit more similar to a gas car that's an electric car versus, you know, going into the Star Trek Enterprise is a great strategy, and it's a beautiful vehicle. Similar styling to the Q5 and Q7. Here we have our charging cables. So there's 2 types of cables. So this is basically for like a 110 outlet. It's not going to be that efficient. This might add 3, 4, 5 miles of range per hour. But this is where it's at. This is you hire an electrician. You set up the 220 service at your house. You plug this in. This will probably add about 20 to 30 miles of range per hour at your house. So there you have it. It's like an electric toothbrush. When you're done with it, you come home, you plug it in, and then when you're ready to use it again, you'll have a full charge. So if 220, 240 electric service, fast charging at your house. I wouldn't say it's fast charging, but it's medium charging. You never need to go to a gas station ever again. Your house is the gas station. And electricity rates in Washington are very low. So people are really taking advantage of of these lower electricity rates, charging their electric cars versus what we're paying for gas. Summer's coming, it's June, and who knows what's going to happen with gas prices. Hopefully it won't get too crazy, but the higher gas prices go, the more in demand electric cars like this, you know, become. So thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hopefully we see you soon, and have a wonderful day.